Shall we play a game?
Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the Road Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Fuck yeah. After many technical difficulties, we've figured out some things here. Thank you so much for waiting, everybody. Happy Tuesday night! What? It's Tuesday night. Our first ever Tuesday Kill Tony. We are very excited because one of our other favorite shows here at the Comedy Store, if not definitely our favorite, Roast Battle takes place tonight as well. So this is like a first time ever crazy eclipse of the two of the craziest shows that take place here. So I'm very excited. We have a very Roast Battle centric episode ahead of you. So welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Fuck yeah. It's a big night for comedy. Big night for comedy and comedians. Roast Battle's an amazing show where comedians make fun of each other a lot, but we'll talk about that later. Crazy weekend this week. Brian Redband, everybody.
Hey. Hi. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of people here that maybe work every Monday that can't come to Kill Tony. Is there anybody here that's just like, oh, damn, finally I can go to a show?
Somebody is.
Yeah, there's a couple people in there. Sweet.
What do you do on Mondays, sir? Yell it. Pet psychic. See that? That's how quick it happens.
Yeah.
Those are the type of Kill Tony fans that we have. Not your normal, everyday, average Joe. You fucking pet psychics, guys. Crazy weekend this weekend in the Death Squad universe. Joe Rogan made his return to the Comedy Store on Thursday.
That's right.
Unbelievable. Some people said it would never happen.
It's so crazy seeing that main room when they have the curtains up and it's just wall-to-wall people. That's
one of my favorite things
so
in all of comedy isn't necessarily the performance or what the performer gets after the thing. What I love seeing is when a comedian takes the stage, that feeling of an audience, whether they knew or not. I mean, it is a little bit of a different effect sometimes in the original room because they're shocked at who walks up there.
Right.
But even this one, which was planned, it's so amazing to see like a long... extended ovation and how
you forget that room down there is so amazing and powerful.
Craziest one I ever saw. I saw Cheech and Chong reunite one time at the La Jolla Comedy Store about 4 or 5 years ago, and they were separated. They hadn't played together in like 25 years or something crazy like that, and they got together one night to test their show at the La Jolla Comedy Store, and all of us comedians that were working here at the time, this is like 5 or 6 years ago, got this info. It was like top secret, Cheech and Chong. And then we went. We snuck in the back, you know what I mean? Comedians get free range there. And Cheech and Chong's reception when they came out for the first time together in 25 years was so crazy that what happened was, check this out, a double standing ovation to where they got a standing ovation when they came out and then everybody saw them together and, went crazy. So people started standing on chairs. It's like a 400-person showroom, the La Jolla Comedy Store. And then once people started standing on their chairs, everybody else couldn't see. So they started standing on their chairs. And everybody was up a fucking level. Imagine that. That's the craziest entrance I've ever seen. But
and if you missed it, Joe Rogan, Duncan Trussell, Tony Hinchcliffe, and we're all doing it again this week for the Secret Show Thursday at 9 o'clock.
The secret's out. Thursday, main room, 9 o'clock. Rogan, Hinchcliffe, Red Band, Trussell. Some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Boom. 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 Guys, we had a delicious meal tonight. That's because our show's only sponsor is a gourmet chef, the lovely Elise Lane, sitting right over there. Look at her. Beautiful, smart, hell of a cook. Don't swing it too hard, because there's butter on that crawfish. But we don't want to give any, all right, stop now. You have to do things, Brian. Do you even have a fucking napkin as you play with crawfish right now? Ugh.
You're supposed to suck the brain out, right?
You are disgusting.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, we were at this restaurant, and they had a crawfish on the side of the plate, but I think it was just for decoration, and like it wasn't cooked the way you're supposed to eat it. He took off the thing, sucked it, and it was like still brain, and he's just like, ugh, and he just barfed all over his
Great story. Tell it again. Holy shit. Guys, our chef made us something so amazing tonight. And I used to read what she would make for us, but they're such, gourmet meals, and sometimes they have long, crazy words that I could still enunciate them perfectly. But I thought to myself, why not have our runaround producer, Josh Martin, who's always in the weeds and confused and has a full-blown speech impediment, to read the recipes out loud. She made us something delicious tonight, and Josh is going to have to read it. And if he stumbles on any of his words, he gets hit in the nuts. Put your hands together for Josh Martin, everybody. My friend. Fuck yeah. All right, so now this is the part of the show where, Josh, you have to read the recipe all the way through, exactly what she made for us. And if you stumble over any words, you get hit in the nuts.
I still don't know why we do this. I get hit in the nuts every time.
But he always likes it. That's the weird part. It sort of always ruins
I
the...
like my nuts touched.
He actually does like getting hit in the nuts.
All right, don't look at it. Go.
I don't know if this crowd's ready for it. Tuesday night, do you think you can handle this?
I already know where I think.
I mean, it's a human being possibly getting hit in the nuts with a plastic doll. I don't know what's better than that. All right, Josh, read that recipe or get hit in the nuts. Here we go.
So we got shrimp and sweet and spicy shrimp and grits, honey scotch bonnet shrimp, and crayfish with creamy herb grits. I don't know why I say
What the fuck's a crayfish?
Yeah, what is that? Did you just make up an animal?
I realized if I say crawfish, I was gonna pause and I was gonna get hit in the nuts.
So you knew you would pause on crawfish.
Yes. So I say crayfish, which is definitely crawfish.
That's cheating, kind of.
You just... All right. Actually, no, it says crayfish.
It's pronounced crawfish, though.
Yeah.
No, that's a crayfish. You accidentally pronounced it right. That's how
really
backwards
crayfish?
That's how backwards his impediment is.
Is it really crayfish?
Yeah. Look at that Y right there.
Really?
Honey scotch bonnet shrimp and crayfish with creamy herb grits. That's Elise Lane, everybody. She's on Facebook and Instagram at Elise Lane. Or no, she's on Twitter at Elise Lane and Facebook and Instagram at the girl with the pan.
Is crawfish just like how the South says it? It's a regional thing. Pop and soda.
Is it two different things or is it the same thing? Wow, crayfish, crawfish. Who would have thought? Two different regions. Same thing. Fuck yeah. It smells amazing. Hell yeah, guys. Every episode that we've done of Kill Tony, I believe this might be episode 79 or 80. I always lose count. But we always have a man or a woman keeping us safe in a Patriot outfit, a Patriot costume. Used to be a guy in a $5,000 Iron Man suit that did it for us, but after 30-some episodes, he said he got too big for the show and that he would only come back when it's picked up by a giant network instead of the many, many listeners and fans and followers that he got from the show. So every episode, to show him how replaceable he is, we've replaced him with a brand new, different person. This person is the only person ever to be the Patriot 6 times. This is his 6th time doing it because he is so damn good at it.
He's my favorite.
He is the one and only autistic Patriot, everybody, Josh Meyerowitz. I love this man. Fuck yeah, the autistic Patriot. Back again. The only guy that fills out the suit all the way.
Unfortunately so.
And with the new speaker box this time around also.
Yay.
Yeah. You sound great.
I'm all right.
I can tell you're autistic still by your haircut. It sticks up above the thing. Do autistic people all have the same barber or something? Like, what's the deal with
in
that?
fact, I didn't know we had a specific haircut.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you would know about that.
No, I would not.
I think it's something the outside would notice. I also love the fact that your chin comes underneath. Like, I could see both the top and the bottom of your head.
I've been eating bad.
Josh, what's been happening with you, comedy-wise? What have you been up to lately?
I just came in from New York. We had for the roast battle in New York.
Yeah.
And just getting in little things here and there. Nothing special. Just working to become a better comic and ultimately a good comic.
You turned into such a politician there at the end, I noticed. Like, you really got stable and gave your line. I love your style. Now, for the roast battle, you put out a lot of energy. One could say, what would you call your title in the show? Because you get the crowd hot with your chant.
Guess just hype man, chanter. Honestly, I can't think of anything past hype man.
Right. Exactly.
I wish I could give a better answer than that. I just run around like a maniac going, battle, battle, battle. Like a fucking maniac.
And he's got a role in a giant show.
Yeah.
Who would have thought it's that easy?
Yeah, that's why I'm giving the minuscule role. Don't worry about it. I don't get a big head about it.
I love it. Fuck yeah, but the stand-up's been going good too?
It's been all right. I need to work harder.
When you said you've been eating bad, what are you talking about here?
Well...
Are you still eating dessert for breakfast?
No. But I have been eating...
No.
No.
It's like the old Patriot.
Granted, at this point, French toast has to be considered like dessert in the morning because it's, bread and syrup.
You eat a lot of French toast, right?
No, not as much as you'd think, but my mom makes some damn good French toast, so...
Gotcha.
Trust me, I wake almost every morning to, Josh, what do you want, French toast?
And what do you say?
I say, give me the most bread.
The
That's to say I eat a lot of French toast. That's to say this isn't funny, fuck.
Fuck yeah, man. This guy loves French toast.
She makes a good French toast.
French toast is just bread and syrup mixed with eggs, right?
Yeah.
Is that not the worst idea for a fucking food to start the day?
No, then you add powdered sugar to it.
Ugh.
See, my mom doesn't do that, and that's fine. Come on, it's unhealthy enough, especially with the carbs of the bread.
So when your mom doesn't make French toast, what does she make for you?
By the way, just to clarify, she doesn't make it that much. It's just when she does make it, I'm on tiptoes. I'm just like
Tiptoes.
Tip of my toes.
Wow.
I'm just like, oh shit, French toast.
What else gets you on your tiptoes?
Basically anything delicious.
So what else?
I'm pretty easy to please.
What's another breakfast that she makes sometimes?
Just scrambled eggs or an omelet, and that's about it. I tried not to eat anything like that in the morning other than a banana and an apple.
Okay.
I'm trying
I love
to eat
it.
healthy for what it's
What's
worth.
the banana and the apple covered in when you're eating it?
Ice cream.
Yeah.
It's a banana split. It's great in the mornings.
Come on, it has fruit and vegetables in it. You can't blame me.
It's dairy.
Josh is at Autistic Thunder at Patriot. He's going to be a lot of fun tonight. He always is. Our
Thank
most
you, I
used
appreciate
Patriot, Josh Meyerowitz, everybody.
Thank you.
Tonight's show, very, very exciting. Very, very Tuesday Comedy Store centric. Two guys that I've been doing comedy with a very, very long time. Two of my best pals in the entire business, and two of my fastest rising pals in the entire business. I'm proud to have them both here. It's Brian Moses and Jamar Neighbors, everybody.
Sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti,
yeah,
he's
baby.
nervous.
Here
But
they
on the
are.
surface, he looks
I
calm
see them
and
every
ready to
night.
drop bombs, but he
My
keeps
pals,
forgetting.
guys that I play in the playground with. Spent years
Yes.
with you guys. So much fun to have you both here. Jamar, you've been on this show once before. Brian Moses, this is your first time.
I'm a virgin. Check.
You come from the great land of La Jolla, and I remember seeing you one of my first times there, and I told you, I go, you got to get up to L.A. You got to get up to Hollywood, and you already had the wheels moving in that, but to see what you've done. Brian is the creator of Roast Battle, everybody. The fantastic, the only show that I actually watch. The only comedy show that I actually make a point to watch. And
Well, thank you for supporting, Tony.
well,
I appreciate it. And all you guys, thank you.
Yeah. This is very special, a Tuesday doubleheader, back to back, or black to black, like you guys are right now.
Jamar's battling tonight.
Jamar, oh my God, that's right. Who are you battling?
Joe Dosh.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
No, I don't. Not Joe Dosh.
Is it really you versus Joe Dosh?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a big
I'm
night.
so excited. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Jamar, you're also the leader of the Black Wave.
Yes.
one of my favorite things in all of comedy. These guys, if you happen to not know, listeners especially to this podcast, Roast Battle is coming. You're going to, if you keep an eye on it, because it's either going to be near where you live or definitely, if not, first thing on a TV show coming soon, because it's a super hit show. They just sold out the Gramercy Theater in New York last Saturday.
Congratulations.
That's a big deal. All built here. All in this room. Just like Kill Tony. People often get the two shows confused and backwards in this. I mean, at least with me, you know what I mean? It's always like, so what's your part in Roast Battle again? It's like, no.
Yeah, kill battle. Kill row battle. I think that's what they usually say.
But I'm glad that you guys are here. Every week our Patriot asks our two guests each a question. Go right ahead, Patriot.
Jamar, you have recently become a paid regular here at the Comedy Store with your name on the walls. The preservatives here. What do you think is next on your comedy agenda? What do you think you hope to accomplish next?
I don't know. What's that? To fuck Sarah Tiana?
That's good.
That's a solid goal, by the way.
That's what everybody wants. Once you get that name on that wall, everybody knows that's the next level in the video game. Fuck Sarah Tiana.
Get
maybe
that
some
brown.
TV or some shit. I'm auditioning for a bunch of pilots and shit, so maybe some TV next.
Woo!
Yeah.
There you go, starting the woo.
Yeah.
Josh.
Great question, Josh.
Yeah.
I try my best. Moses, you started Roast Battle, a little over a year ago?
Yes.
At what point did you know this was going to be a big, successful thing? How many months in?
Was it after Kenny Lyon, Josh Martin, the first roast battle? The accidental roast battle that made it all fucking start?
I think I knew when Jeff Ross started coming every week. When the Roastmaster General, his mentor, you know what I mean, the prodigy over there, Tony, when he started coming every week, I was like, this thing's going to be fucking, it might be huge. And we've been doing pretty well, so I'll say that.
There you go.
Bad question.
I thought me being there every week would make you think that it was going to be a hit, but I guess it took Jeff Ross. I get it.
Golden Pony.
There you go. That's right. Meyerowitz on the sound
Who gave you
effects.
that
That's
name?
right.
Who gave you that name?
The Golden Pony was bestowed upon me by Benji Aflalo. Years and years ago, the guys used to play Risk in the main room, green room during the day. They'd have these long tournaments, and I never played Risk. I have no interest in it. It seems stupid to me. I don't like dice. And I'd always go in there though and bust their balls or whatever. That's back when I was hanging out here during the day a lot, like writing and riffing and blah blah blah. And there was a golden pony on the. There's a golden pony in Risk for some reason. Like it's not even an actual piece or something. I don't really know. But I said one day, who's the golden pony? And it's not a piece of a player. So Benji goes, you're the golden pony. And I didn't like it because he kept calling me that after that. And I kept going, stop it. But then I figured out actually I sort of like it. Which reminds me, buy the Golden Pony t-shirt, TonyHinchcliffe.com. Thank you. Pa-ching. It's another $20. 7 of it goes to the guy who made it. Anyway, let's get this thing started, everybody. This is Kill Tony, where comedians sign up for the opportunity to do 1 minute on this stage. They can kill. They can bomb. Anything can happen. You only get a minute. It's not really that big of a deal. Because afterwards, you're on a podcast. You talk to me and my friends about what you did and what you might want to do in the future. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
It's a special Tuesday Kill Tony. Comedians, you know that your 60 seconds is up when you hear the meow of a kitty. Aw, come on. That sounds like a little quiet kitty. What's the kitty's actual volume going to sound like? Okay. All right. So I guess I'll move on to the next part. Wrap it up after that, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. All right, there we go. That's what that part's come to, everybody. Is used to be fun. One could say that we're beating a dead horse. Set you up for that one. Hey, I know this guy. He works here. Interesting character. Put your hands together for Jared Levin, everybody.
Oh.
Jared Levin just missed his spot, and you know what that means. That means he gets blacklisted.
You fucking idiot.
You don't want to do that. This bucket is filled with names. Oh, the disrespect. Okay, put your hands together for your first comedian of the night, Candace Yaw.
I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
How the hell is everybody doing tonight? Hello? What was all that laughter about? I'm confused. I decided I wanted to get into comedy. Damn, that was a good amount of wine I had earlier. To comedy, because I realized there weren't enough tits in comedy, and I feel like I can add a couple more pair that are real. And my dream as a child was to be an actress, and then I got an agent, and she sent me on an audition for a twerk video. I don't know if any of you guys want to see. I don't have any ass, so I was like, "Bitch, you sent me to fail. How dare you?" And then she sent me on another audition to do reality TV for Flavor of Fucking Love. My childhood wasn't that bad to ever want to do shit with Flavor of Love. No offense, I'm not a rap artist, and that was the only thing I would want to do with Flavor back in the 80s or 90s, Public Enemy, whatever. But I can't wait till the future until people realize that this fake ass shit isn't so great once it's sunk down to the bottom, because then you'll be like, oh, I want that flat ass, that real ass.
Whoa. Wow. The Angry West Hollywood Leopard came out on that one. That's Candace, stay up here. No, you hang out with us. You got to talk into the microphone. It's a live podcast. Welcome to show business. Candace.
Yes.
All right. How's it going? How long you been doing stand-up?
Maybe I think it's 3 weeks, 4.
Welcome to hell.
I've been to hell already. I'm not scared, so.
It was a loving hell.
Josh, settle down over there. Settle down, autistic patriot. You're an animal.
Sorry.
What was that popping noise during the show? What were you?
It was my microphone reacting to my hardness.
Whoa,
You're fine,
shit.
so, lady.
Oh my God.
I'm actually flaccid. Don't worry about it. Not an insult against you. I'm just trying to be professional.
No. I can change any flaccidity. Trust that.
Whoa.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Battle.
In my pants. Battle. Okay.
What that word mean?
Okay. So let's get into it, Candace. You've been doing stand-up a few weeks. How many times do you think you've gone on stage?
Let's see. Maybe it feels like 6.
6 times. Fuck yeah. Okay. So let's knock out some fun stuff.
Yes.
First, you always got to move the mic stand. That one's easy, but you should already know that. That's like a
Move it where? What do you mean?
Behind
anywhere.
Back of you.
Behind you.
Anywhere but there.
Like take
Even
the
if you
mic
just
out.
moved it
I
a-
have to make it my own. Like a wait.
Like
No,
ta-
just
Take
the
the
mic out of the mic stand.
Okay.
And move it behind you.
Oh.
Get it out of the way.
Right.
Listen, what?
So now,
Okay.
We should add that to the
so
beginning
now,
of the show. By the way.
my next piece of advice
Okay.
is I thought when you said that you were gonna bring 2 tits into comedy, that you were gonna make it. No, not that you were gonna show your tits. Definitely not. That would not be an option ever.
Are you sure?
I thought that you were gonna make a joke about not having tits, but it never came around. Like that's
I
a
thought
that's
the
a joke
same
that I would
thing.
Yeah.
expect like a C cup or a D cup to bring to the table.
That's what I thought also.
I
thought that
swear to
also.
God.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but a small B can't make I'm bringing titties to the table jokes.
I'm a 1D. You want to see my bra?
1D. What is
Okay.
Yeah,
what,
I think we all wanna see
okay.
that.
what are we talking about? Your bra size or your report card? I think there's more than 1D on that.
I actually had a C average. Thank you very much.
But so you definitely had more than 1D.
Tony's 100%
That
right.
A
I
in
think
phys ed equals out a lot.
I think we all thought the exact same
Yeah,
thing. Not that
yeah.
you don't have boobs or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll
just that
suck
that's
them.
a joke for big boobs or something.
Oh,
Really?
shit. I didn't even think of that. I thought I
Talking to the mic. That's another thing. Talking to the mic all times.
Or either it's the
Gotta
shirt.
go microphone the whole time.
Okay, sorry. This is actually a D. This is like a LA Fitness D.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I do some little iron sometimes. So,
So what are you saying? That when you flex it, it turns into a D?
No
I'm
flex.
not wearing a
zone.
big ass shirt.
I
It's a
mean,
D.
right now it's a B, but if I'm pumping iron, those are pecs, lady.
Whatever. Yes.
That's dumb.
I mean, because honestly, after you said that, I stopped listening to everything else you were saying. I was like, where are the tits at?
Yeah.
So
So
I'm saying
that's
that
another thing.
Yeah, the next 45 seconds of your set, I was like, oh, she has no tits. And I'm like, oh, would I suck on those tits? I want to see the tits. Would she take her shirt off? I didn't know what was happening. I was like, Solange Knowles is doing comedy. That's great. You know what I mean?
You
That's
guys,
what I was thinking.
I'm not trying to break the internet, Moses. Okay, I'm trying to break the stage with my real life comedy, and this shirt is just an illusion.
It
to
felt
hide
more
my
like a
boobs.
diary entry, to be honest, not a actual stand-up set. You were just like, my comedy now, and my therapist this, and then it was like, that's what I felt like the whole time. I was like, oh, we're her diary right now. That's what it felt like.
Aw, isn't that what comedy is? A diary? I thought it was.
No,
You
it's
know
not.
what I think? You know what I think you should do?
Tell me.
I
Don't
think
say
you should.
porn.
I think you should go visit Bill Cosby, and I think he could really help you. You know, he knows how to cultivate young talent, and I think you'd be right up his alley.
That's great advice. Outstanding advice.
I'll go look for Bill.
He's an icon.
Have a late lunch.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Candace, how do you feel about everything? Are you excited? Do you go on stage other times? Do you ever perform anything?
I do perform. I felt excited because I realized that I like to put on nice underwear when I go on my sets, and maybe it's because that's what I like to put on lace draws to do this. I was like, maybe I should make this into something. So
Right.
yeah, I'm excited. And
Right.
Candace, I don't care what they say. You can shit on my face.
wait, do you mean like liquid or solid shit? Because that determines.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
She ain't breaking the internet.
The wetter, the better, I suppose.
It all dries the same.
Yeah.
Another fun lesson for show business.
Okay, Tony, tell me.
Is only the rookie hot females say that they wear pretty underwear out. The veterans of the game, the people really moving ahead, tell the guys that they wear no underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Jedi lesson for you.
Okay.
Cute panties are still just a cute blocker.
You don't want to break the internet. You want to break my zipper. I thought it was fun.
Okay.
Fuck it.
You went for it, Josh. You
I
went for
committed.
it.
Hey, that's a comedy lesson. Committed.
Fuck yeah. It's like that guy that swings at the beach ball and it wraps around the. Candace, how do you spell this Twitter handle?
It's Yao.
Y-A-U.
Yes, it's Yao. That's my last name. It's confusing. It's my dad's Chinese. My mom is black. I'm one of 20 people on the earth. So I'm like an avatar.
Wait,
looking for
one
my
of what?
others. One of 20. You won't tell me any other black mother, Asian father you know.
Black mother,
been to New York?
Asian father.
Yeah, really? You
Tiger
do?
Woods.
Okay. Black mom, Asian dad? Okay, so that's 2 and 20. So I feel better now.
What do you mean there's 20? There's not
homie.
20. It's like 20 made
no.
every minute down at Koreatown.
Downtown.
Black moms, really, with Asian. Who wouldn't have you seen a Serena Williams with like a Jet Li? When do you see that walking down the street? It's
Hey, I
not.
saw Romeo Must Die.
Aaliyah. That's the last time you saw it. Aaliyah and Jet Li, literally.
A black woman and an Asian guy.
Yeah.
That's true. I
It's
don't
usually the
know.
reverse.
I'll say it makes sense for this hacky joke because she wants her credit fixed.
Oh,
And that's what it is.
no.
Yeah.
Where's the West Hollywood Bear right now? Bring it on.
Bring them out. Guys, I'll be downstairs on Tuesday in like half an hour. Don't worry about that. That joke kills downstairs.
That's so funny that you think there's only 20 of you. Like you say an
Maybe
actual
40.
number like that.
I feel like it. And the truth of the matter is my mom actually had a fantasy about Bruce Lee. Kiss of the Dragon was on repeat on UPN, and she was like, oh my God, I got a fucking
Actually,
Asian guy.
you mean
Enter the Dragon?
yeah,
I
Kiss the
call
Dragon's Jet Li, actually.
Well,
That's
I-
just
I-
his.
I call it that because they're all the same. Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Jackie
All right,
Chan. It's all the
Candace.
same.
Candace, thank you so much. Candace, yeah.
Learn so much.
Good job.
Woo.
She did though, shit.
That's an interesting thing. A black mom and a Asian dad. I
That's
can't
like a
really
unicorn.
That
picture
almost
that.
sounds
I've
nasty.
only seen that in porn, dude.
I haven't even seen.
I haven't
that
seen
porn.
it in porn.
No.
I can direct you to the right links.
Fuck yeah.
That's a fetish.
All right, let's keep it moving along. Put your hands together for your next comedian, Tyree Spivey.
Yeah!
Diverse show.
I start. What's up? I'm just happy as shit to be here. That's all. Shit, where am I at? Okay. When I was younger, I didn't really know who I wanted to be. You know, everybody had the moment they were finding themselves. I used to be a cholo back in the day. How funny it is when you see a black cholo in the neighborhood. I was the only one making, noise and shit. What's up, fool? My name is Little Dreamer, the Black Beaner, da. It's nothing, fool. Like, if you want to fight, it's nothing, da. But then I had, like, a little chola bitch. I love cholas. Like, but she was, like, smart, though. She used to use big words on me and shit. Like, why are you being so, like, analytical and shit? That's all I had. Family is important. We can move on from this. Hello? Where's the cat? There we go.
There it is.
That's the fuck I was looking for.
2-2.
Get him, Jamar.
Fuck yeah, man. Tyree Spivey. I like your style.
Your family's an audience?
You know what? My mom had told. Nah, but, just family. Whenever you, look, listen. Whenever you start, like, when you want to leave a situation, just always refer to family.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever want to, okay, like, I'm a barber, right? And cut hair.
Josh, just stop moving. Where's Josh Martin at? Is anybody... By the way, I'm sorry, but...
What?
The funniest thing is, Josh, will you help Josh Meyerowitz with this? I know, but when it happens, you do this thing where you start, like, wiggling around. like you're being electrocuted or something.
I feel bad.
Tyree, you're a barber. I just made this happen. Can you fix Meyerowitz's hair real quick while this adjustment's happening?
I could always use getting my hair did.
Oh, there
like
you
a
go.
big-ass
Win
kid.
for it again. Tyree, where are you cutting hair at?
He looks like a big ass kid. I'm sorry. This
is not untrue.
Tyree, stick with the program. Over
Tyree's
here.
here. Tyree's here.
What?
I'm here. What's up?
Where do you cut hair at?
Off of Fairfax. At
You're not gonna name the
it's called
cross
the
street?
Legends. It's called Legends.
Oh, the Legends.
Yeah, I've been to
Could be
Fairfax
anywhere.
and Melrose, I believe.
Oh, really?
Legends, the barbershop. I'm amazing.
Oh, you know this place. so much.
I never been there, but I've seen it. Yeah.
I've been to Legends.
Have you ever?
What you trying to say, dog? What you?
Is that he lying? He lying?
Now listen, I don't know how long you've been working at Tyrese, but I remember when I went there, it felt like a barber college. They fucked my head up at least 3 times.
Oh shit! I've only been there a year. That's it.
All right.
Is it a barber college?
No, it's a barber shop.
Oh.
How much do you charge for like a fade?
Like for comedians or people? Cause like
I'm giving you potential business right now, Tyrese.
okay, it's $25 for a haircut. Come see me at 431 North Fairfax Avenue.
Remember my haircuts was like $10?
No, Tyrese, where the $10 haircuts at?
It's $25. I'm important. What the?
What if you want the lines and stuff? Is it more?
It's a lot more. They actually charge a lot fucking more. But it's Hollywood, so it kind of like balances out.
25 is actually pretty cheap in Hollywood.
You ever do any weaves or anything?
What?
Weaves?
Like black girl weaves?
Yeah.
There were white girl
I
weaves
actually
too.
cut toupees. Like the whole Steve
But like, do
Harvey
you
thing.
braid
Like, wow.
hair? Can you braid hair? There's nothing wrong if you.
Well, you
know
asked
how to
about your
braid hair.
sister?
I can't braid
Huh?
worth shit.
My uncle can braid hair.
Everybody.
And nigga can do some mean ass individuals.
He could get him.
Like, yeah.
Has he been to jail though? Is that
Nigga, that's why.
Exactly.
10 years, there wasn't nothing else to do.
There wasn't nothing else to do with this braid.
He picked up a trade. So, but you don't know how to braid hair, no?
No, I
All right,
don't.
my uncle could teach you that.
Craziest thing you've ever that anybody's ever asked you for a haircut?
Well, this one dude, he told me to make him look delicious.
Was it your uncle?
He gave that nigga a rap.
So did you?
What'd you do?
What do you respond to that?
Make
me look delicious.
You're
dude.
already delicious.
It's like, it's like, yo, dude, make me look like I taste good. Like, well, I don't see.
You up. I was saying.
Josh, you need to mute yourself until I check in with you from now on. You're getting a little maybe the whole 6-time most used Patriot thing got to your head.
It didn't. I was just going with the flow.
You need to raise your hand from now on.
I'm sorry.
Tyree. Wow.
By the way, and the reason why I'm asking you all this barber stuff is because, I don't know if you already do, or how long have you been on stand-up?
3 years.
Oh, really? You do it a lot? I haven't seen you before.
No, I don't.
You just started coming around
I
here?
don't come
Where
here,
you from?
San Diego.
Do you remember from that?
You just said that. No.
It's like Brian Moses here.
Nah, I
Look
never.
at that. You can
I
be
ain't
a-
never
you can be
seen you in the
another-
hood. He ain't never seen
I
that
moved
legend,
4
so-
years ago. Tyree started 3 years ago. There's the math.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not good at math.
Yeah.
Well, Tyree, all that barber shop stuff's hilarious. And if you don't talk about that guy asking you to make him delicious, then that's craziness. And,
Okay.
how did you handle it? What did you think when he actually said it? What's the real answer? What did you say?
Do
Do you remember what you said?
I don't.
It's probably like a fucking. It's
I was
like
stuck. It kind of
PTSD after that.
It kind of caught me off.
You don't even remember how you responded
It
to
caught me
it.
off guard a little bit.
Delicious. Fuck yeah, man. Well,
He's like funny, like just off the cuff.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
totally.
But
Yeah, you rocked the shit out of Josh.
Yeah, you killed that nigga.
The silencer. Fuck yeah. You didn't raise your hand, motherfucker.
I just said it was. I wasn't even really saying anything.
Tyree.
Yes, sir.
I love the way your name is spelled. Tyrhee.
There's a silent H in there. Daddy issues. I'm working those out. I'm working
There's a
those out.
silent what?
A silent H in it. The H, you don't even pronounce the
Right.
H.
Tyree.
Yeah, see?
Tyrhee. That is a black name.
You know that nigga was born in the early 90s.
Right? I was the same thing. I was like, hey, how old is your mother when she had you?
It was
For real.
Right.
It was.
What is that?
It was my dad, man.
Your dad named you that? Oh, he couldn't spell. Okay, that's what that is.
Yes.
He's actually a junior. It's the same way.
What is the thing with black names? Anybody ever figure that out?
Yeah, Jamar, tell us.
Why?
Nigga, my name is Jamar. What's wrong with that?
I don't get it. I don't know where they picked it up. Like when it was
There's
supposed
some-
to
like
put
just-
an East at the
You
end
know
of
what it
everything.
was is niggas just want to be different.
Right.
So niggas got this thing about being different, which is a good trait, I guess. So I don't know why they started with names like Monique and shit. Could really be smelled.
For as much as niggas love the Bible, there are no biblical names in the black community. That shit
So
is
true.
insane to
there's
me.
no Brian Moseses out
I've never
there.
met
There's
a
only
black
one.
Paul.
Brian Moses.
Yeah. I don't know like the story of Jamar and Tyree. You know what I mean? I know Cain and Abel.
My middle name is Malachi.
My middle name is Rashad.
And on the
Hey, how do you
Oh
spell
my God.
Rashad?
Oh shit! Look at that.
it's RACH.
A silent,
AAD.
silent X.
Silent X.
And on the next episode of Niggas,
Jesus Christ.
This is a great cast right now. I feel like I'm on the set of Blackish. Tyree, what? All right. I love your style, man. Please come back. You're a
Thank
funny
you.
dude.
Thank you,
Oh,
bro.
man.
Y'all have a great
Tyree
night and
Spivey,
shit.
everybody. There
Love
he
you,
goes.
Tyree.
He's on Twitter at the fake Tyree. It's all one word. The fake Tyrhee.
oh man, I love your stand up for a diversity showcase, Tony. This is a lot of fun.
Funny thing is, Jared Levin looks diverse too, but he didn't even show up for it. A question I always ask my guests is: was there anything you did, like when you first started stand-up, that you can't believe you did or talked about, or something crazy that like you're embarrassed that you ever did?
Yes. I used to say the mic stand was my twin brother.
I
was one of
Nigga, I
those
think
guys.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Your brother's always behind you, isn't he?
I mean, I used to do what she did. Like, I used to leave it in front of me. But I think I used to do a bit about fucking my grandma. And then I did it. Nigga, you was wait. Were you there when I did it? I did it on like a showcase too, and it failed so miserably. And I got banned from the improv for like 4 months. I did it, and then after I did that bit, I dropped the mic and said, "Suck my dick and goodnight." Nigga, in front of industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I had
Yeah.
a showcase like that once.
Yeah. What'd you do? What happened?
Same type of thing. Same type of thing. Where it's, those showcases are weird because you have you completely miss and you know that you missed and you know that the people that did good like never do good.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's like their breakthrough night. You're like, no, that's not what they're going to do if you pick them. They suck.
Well, Chili got an agent.
Right,
It's
exactly.
so inside.
But what's crazy is I didn't have a joke about fucking my grandma, but you reminded me of it's perfect for me, a very, very, very stupid thing that I used to say was I'm a premature ejaculator and I have trouble, but my friends tell me that to picture my grandma, but my grandma's hot. It's the dumbest thing. I go, and she's a hell of a cook.
Oh,
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, maybe I should I'm just funnier now. Back when I used to say it, I wouldn't get a laugh. Anyway, Josh, anything stupid you first did?
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I used to say this. I used to say, I had a dream last night. I was jerking off a dragon and it jizzed fire. I want to emulate that in real life by blowing a flamethrower on a girl as she's giving me a handy.
Okie dokie.
See?
Holy shit.
You asked
Woo!
me.
You are swinging for the fences tonight.
But you asked me what bad joke I...
Hey, no, I know I asked you. There's no doubt about that.
So it was a bad joke.
I love it.
Oh, much love.
You did a great job.
All
It's
right,
all
cool.
good. No apologies. Don't let that autism win, you son of a bitch.
I try.
Put your hands together for Mug.
Don't get back.
I believe this is a legend of the open mic Mugzilla, perhaps reinventing himself, shortening the name Mugzilla to just Mug. He's obviously trying to create a second wave of... all right, here he is. Mug, everybody. Put your hands together for him.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't believe these fucking retards on the comedy scene. The He-Man, woman hater, fucking retards. Fucking Jamar. She could shit on your face. How in the fuck did you get past when your shit is strictly fucking third grade?
Whoa! Oh, he just hit somebody with the door. That was awesome.
I didn't get passed for my comedy, man. I got passed for being the realest nigga alive.
Fucking awesomeness. Holy shit.
Hey, he didn't even have a Twitter handle. He gave you his email address.
That is true. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't believe
Candace.
it.
Is Candace still in the room?
Obviously, Mugzilla ran out of pot for the first time ever today. He is grumpy.
Yeah.
If you know anything about Mugzilla, he's been doing the open mic like since I started. I mean, he was doing it before I even started, and that's an interesting one. I've never seen him
He woke up
turn
on the
into a
wrong
big
side
baby.
of the van. He lives in a van, so.
Well,
I know I have problems with Jesus Christ.
It was a great set, though, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
It was emphatic.
He almost killed that shit.
Yeah, dropped the mic and everything. I was like, damn, that's commitment.
Best thing he could do was put that mic down.
I mean, what is he? He's trying to do like that white knight stuff, right? Isn't that what they call that?
Social justice warrior.
What if it didn't get a reaction and he walked out? Like, it's like, fuck Jamar.
It didn't. What are you talking about? It didn't, right?
What? But there was like some type of reaction. But what if he got nothing and he was like, and he just heard a door slam. Like,
see, what would have been great, by the way, is if like he did that and then ran around and came up that way and did some like amazing performance piece where he's like, "Just kidding," and then the cat goes and everybody's like, "Boom, history." But he didn't do it. The minute's up. He doesn't. I don't even think he knows. He had 40 seconds to save his ass after that. Would have been epic, by the way. Would have been epic.
That was a hot 20 seconds, though, man.
Oh my God. And I don't think actually seeing the way his body looked, I don't think he would have been able to make it around in 40 seconds.
Yeah, there seems like there was some sexual tension or something between you two. Do you know where that's coming from? Are you guys like just mortal enemies?
Every nigga out here trying to fuck me, man. I don't get it, man.
It's trying to get you in the van.
On his face, Jamar.
Are you serious, third grader?
Yeah, exactly.
That's third grade stuff. How would you know that? You went to school in the 60s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're really making cheap jokes, you third grader.
With that, let me ask something.
Like, that's been an insult since we've all been in fourth grade. Yeah. You realize that? Fourth grade, that's like, oh, you calling me a fucking third grader?
Yeah. Would that shit on my face comment have killed in the third grade?
Oh, what it destroyed. Just like it did tonight.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
Would never be
way
the
to find
same.
out.
I've been saying that shit since the third grade.
Okay, let's keep it moving along. I fucking love it. Holy shit. Here's another guy that's been doing stand-up since before I started. First guy I ever met.
Oh, my God. For real?
First guy I ever met here at the Comedy Store. He made a documentary about me. He was on the patio when I first arrived here. We share the same birthday. A hell of a gentleman and always a nice guy to me. And a funny comedian. Eddie Whitehead Jr., everybody.
Hi. I wrote a little instrumental piece to describe myself. Can I play it for you?
Yeah.
I like tits. Man, the reason I said it, I'm going through some health issues. Matter of fact, yeah. Trying to get some money together. Quick question. Is it wrong to fall in love in the middle of a prostate examination? Well, my dentist gave me mine, and yeah. I thought it was quite strange. At one point, I told her, "You can't put that hand back in my mouth." I really. Last time I get a Groupon. I quit drugs because I found out real fast that this nose, when I first snorted cocaine, was too big for cocaine. I snorted one line of cocaine. It cost me $3,200. I went, no. Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Eddie Whitehead Jr.
You shit on her face?
In one of those jokes, you almost convinced me that you've been to a dentist since I've known you. Just a little unbelievable to me.
I still got a real tooth right here.
Really? One real one left, huh? Okay, that's enough of that. Eddie, how's it going, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm wearing pretty panties. And
all right, Eddie, we get it. You can make callbacks to what happened earlier. You're 0 for 2 on it right now.
I've been working hard on this documentary of you and the gang. And,
right.
It's coming along. If you want to see it, it's on YouTube. It's called The Nature of Stand-Up. Tony.
I didn't want my people to know about it, but
it's too late now. But
what it is, it's pretty crazy because you got footage of me and a bunch of the boys when we were all just starting. Yeah, it was over 7 years ago, but you know, it does seem like we were kids back then in a weird way. And
Did you have the curly like Richard Simmons hair?
At one point I did, but
I used to
but
call
what's
him-
crazy about that is that was even after 2 of the shots that you have of video footage of interviewing me and me updating you on what's going on.
Yeah, I used to call him the human headshot because he showed up in this little boy's body with the same size head. He grew a sense of humor. It was just a big head walking around talking. It was cool.
That's
It was
right.
cool.
Thanks, Eddie, you son of a bitch.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
You know what's so funny about that documentary is that it's a documentary and it's mostly about your journey and shit. But there's random footage of this nigga in like Russia, like
Right.
doing some shit.
Right.
It's like what
I was
on a
just-
train. Like
I was just gonna get to that. There's like 10 of the 10 comedians who are almost all moving on to better things throughout it, and the rest of it you just keep cutting in your own life. Like it's really incredible. Everybody who's recommended it to me goes, it's amazing. You gotta watch it. Just fast forward through all of Eddie's parts. But I mean, you have an adventure. We just don't, we just
well,
don't.
you were part of my adventure, and I really appreciate it.
No, of course.
I want to watch it. What's it called again?
The Nature of Stand-Up.
The Nature of Stand-Up on YouTube. I'm ready to check it out.
And you can also, in that documentary, which is amazing rare footage, there's some of Angelo Bowers doing a set with Gerard Carmichael laughing in the background and him being like at a joke and only Gerard laughs and Angelo literally goes, "Thanks, Gerard," and then he, that weird thing where he laughs again. Anyway, Eddie,
I got y'all at y'all best. So thank you.
What do you mean? You're saying we're not at our best yet? What the fuck?
You guys peaked already.
No, you're still moving up. Don't worry about it.
You're not really having any health issues, right?
No.
That's crazy. Even
I
though
need sex though, if anybody wants to do an old
even
man.
though you look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Hell yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. The writer.
That's right. You son of a bitch. Anything else for Eddie, guys? Are you gonna ask him why he's dressed like a corpse, or?
I don't know. I'm always in awe of Eddie. I don't know. You are everywhere. You said Russia. There was a time I saw this man in San Francisco for some weird reason. I don't know how you got there. I mean, all right, we'll do that. Yeah, but
what you doing here?
I don't get it.
Eddie, I remember one day, Eddie, he walked up to like me, Josh Adam Myers, and some people, and then he was like, "Hey, man, I don't think I'm gonna see y'all again, man. I'm going to Russia."
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And then he left. And then he came back, and we was like, "Eddie, where you been at?" He was like, "Man, I was in Russia." And then he got on stage. He was like, "So I just got out of jail."
Yeah, my butt does still hurt from that. Yeah, okay.
Oh man,
I remember that. That was good.
I love it. Big night for you. You got on stage. Your son Tyree did a really good job. Eddie, I love you. Thank you so much. Eddie Whitehead Jr., everybody. Are you really on Twitter at Edward1, or are you just saying that? You're not Edward1. You just got on Twitter and you got Edward1? Why are you lying right now? Why are you putting out somebody else's Twitter handle? There's no way you're Edward1. No fucking way. What? Okay. Yeah, we'll tweet. Tweet at me.
He'll have his people call your people.
How long ago did you get on Twitter?
About 6 months.
Thank you. Thank you, Eddie. One more time for Eddie Whitehead Jr. It's so fucking funny.
Well,
this is fun.
Edward One has 2 tweets, and it says, "Sleeping in front of my desk 2,795 days ago." And then shower time.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we definitely know it wasn't Eddie Whitehead Jr. Because shower time is not on the... all right, fuck it.
I wonder what Eddie Whitehead Sr. thinks about his son's success.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, first person I met in comedy was Eddie. He was I showed up like 3 or 4 hours early to a Sunday open mic here, and I had been waiting like a few weeks to really perform for the 3 minutes, you know what I mean? So I showed up early, I was excited. The only person sitting on the patio was Eddie Whitehead Jr. I was there because I was super excited. He was there because he was homeless. And but we immediately made friends, and I'm proud of you, Eddie. Put your hands together for your next comedian, Marty Worst.
Bitch, I'm Young Khalifa, filling my lungs a reefer. Somewhere in the clouds, gotta press up the seals. I got
Marty Worst
so fast that I
Here he
caught
comes.
a ticket speeding, and my bitch so bad that.
Hey guys. All right. Lost my virginity at a canned foods drive. My friend put me up to it. He's like, Marty, if you want to get some pussy, gotta go to a canned foods drive. I said, that's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm in. What do I have to do? He says, take this can of peas, and you're in like gold, baby. So I went down there, and there was a woman outside. She was stacking cans of creamed corn in the back of a wagon. And I said, excuse me, miss. That's a lot of creamed corn you got there. So I was trying to be smooth. She said, get your own creamed corn, motherfucker. These are mine. And I was really startled, so I gave her my can of peas, and her tone suddenly changed. She said, you want to get out of here? I said, I'll pull the wagon. All right, I'm Marty Worst. Thanks, guys.
What the?
I see why your last name's Worst. Really?
Wait,
no.
who says you're going to get laid at a canned food? Like
Right.
no one says that.
This is a crazy story.
Are you a bagger?
It might be funny, though. It might be funny. Not
Marty,
this time.
I like your style. How long you been doing stand-up?
It's like a little over a year.
Okay. Where are you performing at?
I mean, just Hollywood area.
Pavilions, Albertsons, Ralph's.
Canned Foods Drive. Yeah. Echoes, Improv, just all over here.
Right. So, okay. So none of that really happened, right?
No.
What? So if you're writing, how much material would you say that you have?
I mean,
altogether.
good polished material, maybe 10, 15 at most.
Then by the face you're making when you say 10, 15, I'm guessing that it's probably like 7,
I think
right? Like a good 7? I'm talking good 7.
Unless you just farted.
And if that minute's one of the 7 that you're counting, then maybe it's 4.
But see, Tony, I don't even understand like why you even said, did that even happen? Because that's the problem I had with that whole thing. That whole story was so unbelievable.
Right.
Because no one's going to say, like, dude, if you want to get laid, get some corn and go down to a canned food. Like that makes no sense at all. So
out of the
I don't
7
know.
or 10 or whatever that you have, or 3, how much of it is made up, like completely? Like you're just going for you're using all your imagination, because if you're not talking about real stuff, that means that what? How much of it? 50%? 100%?
Probably, I mean, nothing. I haven't.
What
done
do you
any-
talk about that's real to you?
No, it's all been absurd. I'm still kind of feeling it out. I'm not doing anything personal yet.
Right.
So, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. I
Right.
just wanted to feel it out. And
It doesn't need to be personal. It just needs to be realistic.
Right.
You know, because like this might sound funny as a comic book or something like that, like you're reading or looking at photos like, oh dude, this is hilarious, Archie's going to the canned food drive to get laid. But when you're actually saying it, none of us is like believing that you're doing it, so it throws us off to being like,
So
this
let's
is fake.
so let's figure it out. Where do you work?
where do I work?
Yeah.
I just quit my job.
What did you do?
Box office.
Box office.
Yeah, Geffen Playhouse in Westwood.
Oh. Yeah.
But anyway.
That's a big one. Laney, you go there, right? Geffen Playhouse. There you go. Confirmed
So,
by
like,
our
you answer
autistic
phones?
friend.
Right. Yeah, sell subscriptions and that kind of thing.
Dude, that voice. You sound like a pedophile. Like I feel in my head that's what it sounds. You know what I mean? It's just that this really just deep, creepy voice. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I bet this guy's like, he's got a couple, he's registered or something.
Can you
like
say
that.
the words?
You want me
Can,
to sell
can-
you a subscription?
can you say need another blanket, little boy?
Oh, you won't.
You need another blanket, little boy.
See what I mean?
Wow, and he even tried. He showed us his pedophile eyes on that one. I feel bad for the people not here.
I see why you got fired because of that voice. Like you're probably creeping a lot of people out. Like, I bet Laney didn't buy any fucking tickets. You know what I mean? It's a scary voice, bro.
You look like you sort of look like a pedophile that drives a pizza delivery car. Did you order pizza, little boy? Like instead of having a van, you have like one of those things. Is that a baby? Oh, goodness, one of your victims is calling in right now. Oh, jeez. Oh, what did you do? Okay. So, Marty, So what made you quit?
I
had
wanted
enough-
to go after this full time because I never wanted to
How
do
long ago
comedy.
did you quit?
A year.
How long?
Yeah.
How long ago? It was
How
just
long
like
ago
2
did
months.
you quit? How long?
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
It's been over 30 days. You
Damn.
didn't keep your receipt, so you can't get your job back.
So come on, Brian. Okay.
That's a rule in comedy, guys. Don't quit your fucking day job. All right.
Yeah.
It takes years. I mean,
there's so many people that move to LA. Like, I'm going to do comedy, and it's like, what do you do for
never
like
knew
during the
they
day? No, I'm just doing comedy. Like, no, you're not
you're
going to be.
homeless.
You're homeless.
Yeah, that's what that means. That's fucking crazy, you guys.
How many
Don't quit
gigs a
your
week do you
jobs.
think you're doing?
Anywhere from 4 to 7.
Okay.
Are any of these paying you?
No.
Exactly, guys. Don't quit your fucking jobs.
No.
Yeah, most of the times comedy actually takes money. Like, you're actually paying to do spots. There's a lot of times where me and Tony, back in the day and stuff like that, would like drive, pay for gas to go out there, pay for a hotel to stay somewhere, and then make like $150, which is less than what we made to go out there. And that's still, that's what the reality of being a stand-up comedy is for like 95% of stand-up comics. Like the amount of people that actually survive and live off comedy is very, very small. Like you could probably write down them all on a piece of paper. Like that's how many. Like it's very small.
Yeah, this isn't the 80s and fucking the 90s anymore, you guys. Like, literally, the way you make money at stand-up now, you create a show like Kill Tony. You're a writer like Tony. You create things like Brian with the Death Squad Network. You're just a fucking incredible character like Jamar. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you make money in stand-up. Stand-up, you do it for the love. You're not doing it for fucking a paycheck because there's no money in it, you guys,
Right.
unless you have a fucking credit. So, please, take some acting classes, go to Groundlings, take some writing classes. Don't be Marty.
No, I love it. Marty. How old are you,
I
Marty?
think you're going to be great, Marty. I think he's going to be
No.
great.
Marty,
I
you're
love
doing a
his
great
voice.
job.
I'm going to keep that to myself. I don't want to.
Where are you
I
from?
love you, Marty.
I was born in New Jersey.
How long you been in LA?
Like 14 years.
Wow. Holy shit. How much of that time was spent at the box office?
6.
Wow. Well, go for it, man. Keep doing it. Go get him, Marty.
That's all right.
Where do you write? Do you write a lot?
Yeah.
What are you thinking when you're writing? Did that
I
make
was
you
like-
laugh with the whole can of peas
Yeah, I
and the
was
cream corn? Like you're painting all this picture.
Like, how does one sit down and write that premise? And I'm a wild motherfucker, but I'm about to like, can't go. I don't even know if I can make that shit work.
No, I mean, I know I got to fail hard, and that's the only way I'm
Yeah.
going to learn. So
I would recommend
You're
just
harsh in the right place.
I used to have a joke about an ant fucking a woman. I did.
Ant? Like
And
the bug?
Yeah, like the bug fucking a woman on a porno, and it was called Up the Ante, but nobody ever laughed at that shit, so I stopped doing it.
Until
now.
now.
So now you can take that bit, Marty, and just open up with it and try to follow
It's
the
still a
wave
sound
after
bit,
that.
but nobody laughs at it.
I would really recommend just finding what's funny in your life, like real. Be real as possible. Talk about working at the box office. Talk about fucking everything that you're going through. Talk
I
about the
get the
idea of
feeling-
trying to find a new job and like putting like applications into places. And it's way more funnier than like some make believe stuff that none of us are going to buy.
yeah, I hear you.
Vulnerability sells.
And don't give people too much information about stuff that they don't even need. Like if it doesn't have to do with peas and cream corn, then who gives a fuck?
Right.
It's not even about that. Are you good on Twitter?
What do you mean, good on Twitter?
Your Twitter handle is the worst tweet.
That's right.
WURST, like the bratwurst.
Yeah, bratwurst.
Do you like bratwurst?
They're all right. You want to go back to the pedophile thing?
Autistic Patriot, what do you think about Marty Worst?
I say his Twitter handle's very apropos.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, Patriot.
I think I can only say what Brian said, and that's be real, because people want to actually hear from you without any bullshit in between.
Marty, I love your style. You always look like you're about to cry, and I'm really glad you didn't here tonight. That would have been
No,
weird.
thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I noticed when you first came up that you looked like you were about to cry. So had I not noticed it, I'd be very concerned right now. Because if you cried tonight, that would have been creepier than
Oh,
Mugzilla's walking off thing that he did. Marty Worst, everybody.
All right,
There he
thanks,
goes. He's on
Marty.
Twitter at the worst tweet. WURST. That's all one word.
See you at Marty's.
Isn't it crazy how this show goes? I almost forgot about that Mugzilla thing. This ship just changes direction.
Where do you
What
think
the
he's
fuck?
at?
I cannot believe he did that, by the way. If you knew Mugzilla, you'd be so surprised. He's
That shit
normally
was
just
hilarious.
stoned
You
to the
know what?
gills and out
No.
of it.
He's like that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple of mics I've been to where he does that. He'll just shit on the whole show and then storm out. He'll go right to his van
What the fuck?
that he lives in.
The drama with that guy. Mugzilla.
We don't need that.
Where do you think he's at now?
On the patio.
Just outside that door with a cup to it, like. Am I banned? Did I get blacklisted? Yeah, let's do one more anyway. Put your hands together for your next comedian. Peter Prinz.
Good to see you guys. I've known these guys for a long time, actually. How you guys doing? Do you guys like sports? No. Well, I like sports, but only the sports where you put the ball in the hole, guys. You know, like basketball, you put the ball in the hole. Or golf, you put the ball in the hole. Of course, it's a small, tight hole because it's played by rich people, and rich holes are small and tight because they can afford vaginal rejuvenation. Or soccer, right? Soccer, they put the ball in the hole. Of course, it's a wide, gaping hole because millions of people the world over love soccer, guys. They love to put the ball in that hole. They have riots in South America over that hole, guys. Speaking of vagina, vagina's about the size of a business card, but it's way more powerful at opening doors. Am I right, ladies? You can show someone your business card, you can show someone your vagina. Waiting for the cat, guys. Waiting for the pussy, the vagina. Where's the pussy?
There you go. It's a minute.
There we go. Thank you, guys.
Peter Prinz.
How's it going? What's up?
Man,
Comedy Store.
how fun was it watching this guy's face that he was staring at the whole time? This poor guy was just like, stop staring at me.
He didn't want to put the ball in the hole. I don't know.
You're really going with this ball in the hole thing. This is like if you were running for office, this would be your campaign, huh?
Yeah, precisely.
Put the ball in the hole. Peter Prinz, 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Tony.
Good to see you, Peter.
Good to see you, Jamar.
This is another guy who we all started with. I mean, we used to wait in lines together for hours. Me, you, Mugzilla, Eddie Whitehead Jr., Jamar, Brian at times.
I stood in line with Jamar Neighbors for Last Comic Standing. He was right next to me for 22 hours back in 2007 for Last Comic Standing.
22
Come on, man.
22 hours.
Come on, man. It's about you.
Do you have a joke where you talk about looking like Meg Ryan with Down syndrome?
No.
You
No.
should.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Do you have one about how you look like gay He-Man?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you should add that one in the mix too.
I feel like you're roast battling me right now.
Do you I get so excited.
Do you have
it's like my
one
favorite thing.
where you have a joke about
Oh,
you being a
shit.
stutterer?
Whoa! Okay. All right. Let's see how this
What's
goes.
up?
What's that bracelet you got there? Are you waiting for a gay falcon to land on it?
Precisely. I'm waiting for a gay falcon. Are you a gay falcon? Are you a gay falcon?
Peter, take it easy. I'm just
Come on
kidding
to my
around.
arm, Tony. Come on.
Just
come on.
kidding around, Peter.
Come on.
How's things been going? So you're doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Having fun. You got
Having
a scarf.
fun.
Do you still drive that black van?
No, I got a nice little sport coupe now.
Oh, okay. Peter used to drive this black Astro van with blacked out, like with tinted windows,
Yeah.
and it was it was matte black. It was like, yeah, it was weird, dog. It was weird. Did you used to live in that thing?
I slept in it when I was first doing stand-up because sometimes people first do stand-up, they don't want to have jobs. It sucks. It's true. There's probably half of the people right now in this room are sleeping on couches or in their car. I can almost guarantee you that.
It's true.
Yeah. Because when you first start to do stand-up, you only want to do it Tony was pretty broke. He used to ride his bike from Burbank to the Improv.
Is that real?
And
he
to
rode
the
a
Comedy
mountain
Store
bike.
and to everywhere.
That's great.
That was a long fucking drive. I remember
Yes.
that.
And speaking of sleeping on couches, I'd like to give a special shout out tonight to the brother whose couch I slept on, Donnie Hinchcliffe, right in the middle.
Bam! There you go.
And my oldest sister, Wendy. Wendy Hinchcliffe is here. Triple Hinchcliffe room tonight, everybody. Look out.
Let's get ready
That
to...
never happens. That's like a solar eclipse to have 3 Hinchcliffes in the same room.
Oh,
Yeah, Moses is totally right. You need balance. You need to find a way to balance. If you're going to stay in comedy, you need to make a living doing something else until it works for you.
Hey, do you do motivational speaking?
Totally, yeah.
You shouldn't.
No.
See what I did there? I built a rhythm of a thing.
I found my way working for post-production houses and TV production companies.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you're making money now, and you're doing stand-up.
Yeah.
That's great, Peter. That's fucking good news.
Remember when Peter was on Last Comic Standing?
No.
You don't
You don't
remember
remember
that?
that? I
Fun
was on
fact,
it a
I've
couple
never
times.
watched an
I was on
episode
it a
of that
couple
show.
times.
Never?
Yeah. What should I? What would I have remembered had I seen him on
Peter was on Last Comic Standing, and he had alien
antenna.
Yeah,
I
he
wore
had
this
alien
antenna.
antennas, and it
Yeah.
was green, and he actually got through.
Yeah.
They
had a
you
voice
were in a
box.
couple episodes, right?
Yeah, I was in a couple things. Yeah. I used to play with voice boxes like this guy's doing.
Came with the costume.
Bam! There you go. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Do you ever talk about looking like an alcoholic Hulk Hogan?
No, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
You got 3 good ones.
Yeah,
I like
3
that.
good ones.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Peter, I love your style, man.
Thank you, Tony.
I
Thank
had
you very
fun
much.
with you tonight. Thank
you,
you.
guys.
Peter
Have a good night.
Prinz. He's on Twitter at Peter Prinz. That's all
Yep.
one word. Peter P-R-I-N-S.
S. Yeah. Check me out, guys. Have a good night.
There he
Thank you very
goes.
much.
Fuck yeah, I just said that, Peter. Get off the stage. Check him out. Hey, check me out. Come on, Peter. Goofball. Where are you going? He's got all his stuff with him. Patent leather backpack, this guy. What are you, fucking Catwoman? All right,
You know
everybody.
what this is like? This is like Kill Tony, Where Are They Now edition.
It really is. It really fucking is. It's never happened like this where I've seen so many people that I actually
started out with.
Yeah, man. It's insane. Okay, this is the part of the show where we have our 2 lovely regulars. We have 2 comedians that do a new 60 seconds every single week on this show. This week will be no different. Put your hands together for your first regular. She has a fun, goofy style. We love her. You know her from this podcast and Dysentery. It's Sarah Weinshank, everybody.
What's up? I know a few weeks I was upset in regards to people who asked for their Tupperware back. Today I come at you from a new direction. I feel like I understand them. I feel like the bitches that are upset that their Tupperware has not been given back to them have not mastered saran wrap. Saran wrap? It's not easy to tear a sheet of that plastic from that spiral. It's not easy. Only moms can do it. They're just like, it's like a badge of honor. It's like, yeah, no problem. Got it. Done. When you get a pack of saran wrap and you take that shit home, imagine never seeing saran wrap before. You get that shit, you take it home, you open it up, there's just like these metal teeth, like a huge jaw. And you're like, that seems unnecessary for such a thin piece of plastic. Until you try it, and the more you try, you realize that this thin piece of plastic is durable as fuck. All right.
Anything else? Is that it? You have anything else?
I wanted to say, I wanted to talk about how it's like the jaws of a piranha, but like silver for thin film.
Well, we definitely want to have. We definitely want to figure out a way to wrap up your saran wrap bit.
I know.
It would not be good if it just. All right.
It just lingered.
I love the fucking premise. I mean, you're all over it.
I just haven't
cracked
that.
Right. Yeah. You know, the thing that hit me in the first few seconds of you being up tonight, even though you have the same type of tone throughout other sets, where I've heard her talk about every kitchen condiment and like little things and like all this stuff, things you barely notice, like fucking shower curtain hooks and shit. And you do a great job at always finding out what's funny about that. But I think what's important is to make like human connections with it. Like when you said that only moms can do it, even though the rest of the room didn't laugh, I did, which means it's hilarious, and that they were just daydreaming for the moment, because that's where the gold is. You know what I mean? Is instead of just talking about having people picture exact objects and things, you know, picturing people, and also what is Saran wrap like? What you didn't say anything when you were talking about how, in the very beginning, about how it doesn't ever come off clear, and that you do find out why. You don't make any comparisons to what the Saran wrap's like. And I don't really know because I haven't had much time to think about it, and even though I'm very quick, I don't know because it's that broad of a premise. Like it getting stuck together,
it's like trying to wash peanut butter off your fingers.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it kind of like sticks on you like Spider-Man or something.
It is very durable, though. By the way, Shank, best dressed woman in comedy. It's like you and Sarah Silverman, best dressed.
Thank you.
But to your credit about the durability of Saran wrap, I'll tell you guys a story. My old drug dealer, back when you had to buy weed in California back in like the mid-2000s, he used to use Saran wrap as prophylactics, as condoms.
I've done that once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's very durable.
Ugh.
Does it?
I'm just
and it works?
It'll keep semen out of your vagina.
Yeah, use a hair tie. Like you tell them to take their hair tie off, then you just use it. That's like emergency condom.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. It's very durable.
Yeah. If you love making babies, try the new Saran wrap condom that is open on one side.
He told me, you had to tie the flap around, but then he started using like sandwich bags. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But
aluminum foil
sandwich bags.
Yeah, because like he'd be like, hey, because he asked, he's like, give me those sandwich bags. Oh, you need to wrap up like an eighth. He's like, no. Shireen's coming over tonight, and I got no Magnum.
So
Shireen. Yeah.
Shireen. That is
That's
so
Rashad,
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Shireen.
My drug dealer was black, so yeah.
I just really wanted to use Saran wrap, and I still might be able to bridge aluminum foil and Tupperware.
Maybe
together.
or maybe
because I feel like that's the missing piece.
Oh, yeah.
So I was very excited. Maybe it needs a little more work.
Don't forget that old lady, the wax paper. You know, like that old broad. You
I
know,
was
that's
thinking about that wax paper today.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Crayons, grandma.
I think it's for baking. Parchment. That's something else.
It's not for
Talk about-
condoms, I'll tell you that. It's not
cookies or something.
What do you use Saran wrap for?
Nothing.
Come on.
I'd have to take
You don't own
scissors
it?
to Saran wrap because I can't. I don't have the motor skills
So
to get it out the regular way.
She's so right. It's so fucking hard to tear, and like you either like tear it early, and then by the time you finish it, the shit's all balled up and shit. You know, you got to tear it up.
Yeah, but moms are just like psh, psh,
Right.
quick.
Moms do it like it's some kind of like what's that sport with the stick and like the flag thing?
Baton.
Yeah, whatever the
I
fuck
don't
that
know.
is. They fucking
Baton
tear it
twirling?
and go with
Gymnastics.
it, and I'll fucking like the way that.
Ribbon
You know what?
dancer?
That's rhythmic gymnastics.
You know what I will give her.
What is rhythm and gymnastics?
You know what I will give her credit for is trying to make little shit like that funny.
Yeah, it's very
It's
hard.
like fuck, like.
Yeah, Brian Regan does that. He'll talk about
Yeah.
anything. You know, butterflies.
a bobby pin. I'm at the like, what the fuck? Talk about these bitches.
I was making a parody video of Dexter because he uses Saran wrap to wrap his bodies up, you know, and you could say something about how that's impossible because I tried to do it, wrapping a person's body up with Saran wrap, and it was impossible because it just would stick to his shirt, and then it wouldn't. Like there was no way that Dexter could have wrapped all those bodies up.
Yeah.
Also,
Takes like
dental
a team.
dam.
I was thinking dental dam, but I was like, that's not for me.
So
I think
you
Saran
don't-
wrap
I
is
don't wanna
it's
talk
more.
about dental
It's more for
dams.
sex. I don't even think it's for like wrapping sandwiches.
But dental dams, that's like when you give someone oral sex and you're like, oh, right?
I have like
dental
a flare up,
dam?
but I should probably fucking use this.
Oh
dental
my
dam.
god, that's what that is?
A dental
That's
dam?
what they use a dental dam. Yeah.
I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
I just
Dental
like the
dam is one of
name.
those things that I've always heard, and I always been like, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna sort of keep it that way. But
Well,
that's
now
really
you know.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it is. Because I learned about a dental dam. It was a bold word in sex ed at Catholic school. Dental dam was a bold word.
Yeah,
Some girl
I
just
don't-
said she doesn't know what that is. A
I don't know
dental
about
dam.
that because I don't hang out with people with cold sores.
Oh,
I mean, I live in Hollywood. All you motherfuckers have them, it seems like. Sorry, crowd. 1 in 4 of you do, so fucking look at each other right now.
Putting balls in holes.
Oh, you did a
Like that
callback to.
callback? I just felt like it was like the right time, but maybe not.
It worked better for you than it did for Peter. That's the crazy part. All right, Sarah. Well, yeah.
Thank
Great
you.
job. There she goes, Sarah Weinshank. She's on Twitter at Princess Shank. Always a brand new 60 seconds. Can you imagine that? New 60 seconds every week out to the world.
Shit.
No, man.
Angela Bowers did it. Fuck. Wow.
Your final comedian tonight, the other regular, Florida dropout. Always funny. Always a new 60 seconds. It's Kimberly Congdon, everybody. Here she is.
People talking, try to make us rhyme. They really hard, but we just walk because we have no time.
Charles Manson got married today, which means he finally got the punishment he deserved. I've been under a lot of pressure lately, and that's because my new guy is really heavy. We've been having a lot of sex, so I guess you could say times are hard. I'm having trouble figuring out. I started this new birth control. It's called Having Friends with Kids. It's super effective. Like, I think having kids is terrible. It's like the scariest thing in the world to me. Like, if I wanted something that just like threw up and cried and ate all day, I would have just taken care of myself in college. Like, I wouldn't have dealt with that. LA is super crowded. I feel like we're going to run out of room soon. I feel like if we ever run out of property in LA, we could just use some of the space in between all the fake titties. That's
There
it.
you go. Fuck yeah. Doing it. Did it again. Another 60 seconds. The space in between the fake titties. That's an interesting one.
It's a good one.
They have a lot of space.
I love the Manson joke. It's a great topical joke. And
The two boyfriend ones almost were borderline Jay Leno, like, I've been under a lot of pressure, you know?
and I also didn't even get the hard times one. Like, you left a pause for a laugh, and a couple people laughed, but I think they just laughed because it felt like we were supposed to laugh. What
I pressured them into it.
Hard times?
We've been having a lot of sex lately, so you guess
Hard
you could
times.
say times are hard.
Right, because he has a boner.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jay Leno's here.
Jay, is there any truth to the fact that there's rumors circulating, Jay? We have him on speakerphone that you have been writing jokes for Kimberly Congdon.
They write themselves.
You are certainly right, Jay. They do. Well, that's fun. I love the Manson joke and the space between the titties. What else is going on? How's life? What's
Life's
happening?
really good. You know, just hanging out. I rushed here. My hair's still wet. It's cold. I feel like I'm gonna get sick.
Boom.
I'm still working at the production company, doing stand-up. Blah blah blah.
Now, Kimberly Congdon, by the way, right?
Roast battle champ.
Roast battle. They call her the Ronda Rousey of the roast battle.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Lady killer.
Yeah. She takes people down.
Her boyfriend combed in her hair tonight.
Shut up.
There you go. Fuck yeah. You have another battle scheduled yet?
She might.
I maybe next. We're talking about next week. We're waiting on
Whoa. 1 week away?
We'll break it out tonight. There might be our first tag team match.
Whoa!
Next week. But we're waiting. It all lies on her tag team partner. She says yes, so we're hoping she does.
Shit.
Let's get ready to rumble.
There you go.
Because honestly, Tony, the only reason we're trying this is because we really want to see you against Jeff Danis and Ryan O'Neal, you and Benji Aflalo. I think that's what everybody in the comedy community wants to see.
Yeah, and when Benji and I are done being super duper successful right now, we are going to make time for that in our schedule in the next couple months. When Benji and I aren't, writing Comedy Central shows, we're going to do the fucking battle. Again, Benji and I have both done it.
Oh, yeah, you guys are awesome. Jesus Christ.
Jamar Neighbors tonight. Kimberly Congdon, thank you so much. She's on Twitter
Good
at
talk,
Kimberly Congdon.
Lady killer.
Follow Kimberly Congdon, Sarah Weinshank, and the lovely Elise Lane. The Autistic Patriot on Twitter is the great Josh Meyerowitz, who held strong the entire night.
I thought it was one of my worst serves.
You better suck it up and get a second win because you're the hype man for Roast Battle in an hour. There you go. The host of Roast Battle. One of my favorite young talents in the world, Brian Moses. I'm so glad you made it
Tony,
on
I
for the
fucking love
first
you, man.
time.
Thanks. This is a fucking
So
blast.
much fun. Slaughterfest.
The best podcast in all of the world.
Where can
Kill
people
Tony.
find you?
Find me at Roast Battle. You can see when the next battle is, and I'm here every Tuesday at midnight right here in the belly room of the world-famous comedy
If
store.
there's anybody here who hasn't seen the show, you're fucking crazy. You're going to fall in love with it.
Keep your
it's-
seats now and don't lose them because there's
Yeah.
usually never seats.
Exactly. It's going to be really, really tough to get seats, as always.
Good one,
Just
man.
call it the fire capacity show. That's really what it is. One of the funniest parts of the show, many comedians' favorite parts of the show, the Black Wave leader, Jamar Neighbors, right here.
Yay.
Jamar, you're on Twitter at what? Jamar Neighbors.
At
Wait, no, it's different.
It's at A my nig.
How do you spell that?
AYEMANIG.
A fun fact: if you want to go on Twitter and figure out how to spell it exactly, just go to all the tweets that I've favorited over the past 7 months. He's the funniest guy on Twitter. Absolutely hilarious. Thank you so much as always, Jamar Neighbors. Brian Redband.
Secret Show Thursday, Rogan, Duncan Trussell, Tony.
Denver, Colorado. Denver, January 2nd and 3rd. I'm headlining Comedy Works, one of the top comedy clubs in the world.